being connected with the mass that will show you later. So the next slide is salient features of the school-based assessment. Here, this is integrate teaching, learning, and assessment. What we are teaching and what they are learning, we need to correlate all these things. The next point is focus on competency development rather than content memorization, broadening the scope of assessment by way of including self-assessment, peer assessment, beside teachers assessment, non-threatening, stress-free and enhanced participation, interaction, child-centered and activity-based pedagogy. We have talked a lot of things about all these things, whatever it is coming here. Focus on assessment of for as learning rather than evaluation of achievement, reposting faith on teachers and the system, enhancing self-confidence in children. I have tried to justify some of the features, some of the points it is given in the salient features in the next slide. So the next is, as this is one part of this assessment of learning. This is a criteria-based comprehensive assessment, multiple evidence-based assessment, reporting without labeling or comparing children, sharing learning progress with the stakeholders. Here, this in this assessment of learning, everything it is, as I said you earlier, it is in our practice and we do every day in our classroom. But yes, here as just we need to this, so I'm not going to give any type of clarifier. The stakeholders. So we'll just give this justification for all these criteria-based comprehensive assessment. Again, I'm just reading this slide for you all. Multiple evidence-based assessment. We practice. This is also part of continuous comprehensive evaluation. Like we are assessing the students by oral test, by giving some projects, and yes, in mathematics also we're using a different means to assess the students. So these are the things. The next slide we have, this is assessment for learning. Again, here the few points is coinciding for all this. Based on multiple evidences, assesses learning process holistically, caters individual learning needs, observes learning over time, helps teachers to reflect and modify teaching learning, helps to address learning gaps. These are few points which is assessment for learning. As I said you, these all are the salient features of the SBA. Next, assessment as learning. In this, the few points that this I have collected helps students to imbibe the ability of learning to learn, builds capacity to seek learning resources, empowers students for reflection, self-assessment, peer assessment, facilitates students to connect their existing ideas with the new ideas, involves students in each stage of teaching, learning, and assessment, collaborative and participatory approach to teaching, learning. Next is why we are required for the school assessment. So this, the very first point for this is to decipher learning needs of students, to identify learning gaps in conceptual understanding, to provide timely feedback to enrich students' learning. Multiple resources are used to collect information. It is a multiple evidence-based. It is a learner-centered. Multiple aspects of learning is assessed. The next, in this school-based assessment, as we are talking about the assessment process, so here I have just brought some 2 points. which is teacher-centered approach and the learner-centered approach. In the teacher-centered, learner is passive recipient of assessment. The learner-centered approach means learner is viewed as active participants. Focus is a learning product and outcome. Focus is on learning process and experiences. Focus is on knowing learning deficit. Focus is on strength, ability, and needs. One slot intermediate approach, continuous and comprehensive here. As in beginning, I said to you all, dear teachers, respected teachers, we all have learned something. Just we need to relate it. We need to just highlight it what we are doing. Like this, I'm giving you example in the mathematics. Like suppose, just is my very recent experience which I'm sharing with you all, where I'm teaching in the class 8th, and I said the students to learn the algebraic identities, like a plus b whole square, a minus b whole square, and a plus b and a minus b. And yes, most of the students, they were unable to just say that what in fact the a plus b whole square and a minus b whole square. So I just spent time with the students, and I worked with that two or three students, and I'm really happy to the students now were able to know about the what in fact the a plus b whole square. I'm not going to tell you about in fact this, because I have a conversation with my some teachers, as it becomes so boring. So I have brought something for you all, and I'll try definitely to give. So this is just the shifting I'm talking about, the learner is passive recipient of assessment. The learner is passive recipient of assessment. Like just
मैं हूँ फ्री हूँ जरा देखते रहिए बता
being a teacher, we are just writing some formulas and just still go and learn and come back things in our practice. Less lectures, more investigation of questions, individual learning. What the less and what the more I want to share with you all. In this less short investigation, here we need more long term investigation, passive role in learning, long this learning by doing, in this getting an answer, interpreting evidence, assessing discrete knowledge, assessing understanding, teacher as authority, teacher as co-constructor of knowledge. As I have given you example, teacher as authority. As I said, the students, you'll have to learn it, and yes, you'll have to be prepared with this all these identities. And I have spent the time with the students, and I told the students what exactly the meaning of a plus b whole square means, what exactly the meaning of a square, what is the product of the binomials by the binomials. So by this, we can become a co-constructor of.
सर शेयरिंग स्टॉप हो गया. Due to some network issue, sir is just trying for the recovery, and he's trying for Anani sir is trying. Okay, so please wait.
Sorry for the inconvenience due to some network problem. Now, am I clearly audible? Can I have a response from you all, please?
Yes, sir. You are.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
am I
Sir.
clear? Okay, thank you. So, just I was talking about this now. Uh, this assessment for assessing the students, it is very much required to have to create the learning environment. So, for this, for learning, creating the learning environment, there is some points in the support. It facilitates students to take responsibility of learning, provide opportunity to be curious, allows students to test out their own ideas, encourage interaction and discussion among learners, permit students to mess around with the materials used for the given activity and be innovative. Next, we have learners need maximum opportunities. In a school-based assessment, these are few points which I have collected from various sources, and yes, I did it also from the NISTA and this. So the to explore their surroundings, to speculate, to work collaboratively, to report their observations, to justify their viewpoints, to evaluate alternative explanations, to modify their opinions when presented with contrary data. So these few points which can provide the opportunities to the learners. Here, this is something that I have brought for you all. Let me tell you here, this is not the question. I'm not asking the question, and it's my just only intention how to generate the competency among the students for the mathematics. And this is not the question. Let me repeat once again. The next slide I have brought for you all. This is for the open discussions. And yes, this I have brought for you all, and I tried to justify what it is given earlier and what it is required for the school-based assessment. So now this is the turn to have a discussion among with us. Here I am not to test you all, and sorry to say, and yes, just here I am interested to share some information with you all. And so before that, I would like to know about you all a few things. This is the next slide is the very first point. These are very common things. Don't think this is the mathematics and all those, because I have to connect all these, and I'll have more few interesting slides which will definitely help the math teacher to create the learning environment among the students. But yes, this is the very first thing. Can I have the answer for this question? This is very common thing I'm asking you. As we all know, 2 is greater than 1, 5 is greater than 0. So can I have an answer? Can if I'll have this answer from someone, you all, why we say that 3 is greater than 1, or 5 is greater than 1, or 0 is less than 1? Please, mathematics teacher, please give a pause for a moment. So if I'll have the answer from someone, I'll be happy, because these few points, this is not the questionnaire, in fact, just this the things I would like to share with you all. These are very common things that we all are using in our day-to-day life also, and we all should know these all facts. कैसे पता चलेगा? 3 is greater than 1. Can I have some logic? So the question I have brought, this is
Sir,
all it is given in the maths NCERT book.
sir, because
Let me tell you, actually,
sir,
there is a habit for the mathematics read the
sir,
maths book what it is given, and the same habit it is being developed among the students also. So this is my the some things that definitely will create a curiosity among you all. So just I want to know the answer why 3 is better than 1.
because two
What
is
was the
added,
reason to say any numbers are
because two is added to one, sir, then we get three. Because there is addition in one,
uh,
then we are getting three.
कैसे पता चलेगा कौन आंसर है?
So on the basis of a number line, we can say that 3 is lying on the right hand side of 1. So number
Thank you,
lying on the
ma'am.
right hand side of a number is greater than the number previous number. So 3 will be greater than 1. So on the basis of a number line, we can say.
So there is
Just
addition
wait.
in one. There is addition in one. That's why three is greater than one. We are adding.
Just 1 minute, ma'am. Yes, Seema, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much. One sir has also answered this question why 3 is greater than 1 on the basis of number line. Please, Ravi Sekhar, sir. Sekhar, sir, have you responded for this question?
No, sir, Brijesh, sir, it is.
Ravi Sekhar, sir. Brijesh, sir. Brijesh, sir. Yes, Brijesh,
Yes,
sir. Please.
yes, sir.
Once again, sir. This just answering on the basis of number line.
Yes, sir. On the basis of number line, we can say that
Yes,
3
Brijesh,
is
sir. Please go ahead once again. Wonderful. The Siva ma'am, thank you for your answering the question. And that's why just I'm telling you all, this is given in this just here, as I said you, just uh, this is not something the question, I want to how we can create interest among the students. This is exactly, this is the Brajesh sir is telling right. And this is given in the class 6th NCRT book. These are a very, very curious fact. Why I'm talking about the number line, it has own importance. It has own importance. And as we talk about here, we have, you can see in this slide, I have written also about what is a line and a number line. What is a line and a number line? We'll talk about. So the excellent answer I got from the Brajesh sir, and this something will help you the maths to understand. And this is given in class 6. Exactly the meaning of a number line. The numbers are right line. We start work from the zero. As we get right, we are getting a greater number. We just go back. So this is something that I need to share with you all. The next question is what is the reciprocal of zero? But before going to that, the line and the number line. Just this is something that I want to know from you all, and this definitely will create some interest among you all, because these are a few common things we are not using only in the mathematics. This somewhere it is being used in another subjects also, as we all are talking about the interrelations of the subjects, and we always give this idea. So can I have this, please? What do you mean by this line and a number line? The words whenever we are talking about. So can I have some response from you all? I'll be happy to hear you. Please. What is the line and the number line? Is there any difference? Just I want to, again, I'm telling you this, I'm not going to ask any questions. The line and the number line. Just I want to give focus on the things, what it is written in the maths book. Normally, as what the perception of the maths, what it is given in the beginning of the chapters, what it is given in the last. We all are least bother. We teachers as well as students also. And yes, NCRT, as I always talk with the students, and this is the concepts, this is the perception. We always talk about in mathematics. I'm not against of any author, but yes, whenever it is being told that, and this is true for in the context of mathematics also. We are missing a lot of concepts, and by this way we can create the yes. Can I have the response, please? What is a line and a number line? Can I have response? Any math teacher also, please? Just I
Yes,
want
sir.
to correlate with yes, Premjit sir, please.
Sir, line is a collection of point
Yes, sir.
and it has infinite length.
Wonderful.
Whereas
Wonderful. What
number
about the
line
number line?
is,
What about the number line, sir?
yes, sir. And number line is that line on which we place number in an arranging order.
So, sir, can I have one more
Sir,
question for you? Can you relate the numbers with the number with the point?
Sir,
yes, sir.
as
Yes, sir.
So
Actually,
just
each
as I told you,
point.
this is not a question.
Yes,
Just
sir.
I want to share with you all. Just I want to share with you all the things. This is the line is the collection of a point, and if I am not wrong, all points corresponds to a number.
Yes,
And
sir.
just
You are
I
right.
want to relate this from class 6 whenever we start teaching the number line. In fact, in class 6, in class 7th, in class 8th, in class 9th, whenever it is being said that represent natural number on the number line, represent the whole numbers on the number line, represents the rational number on the number line. When it is being said that the students, how many rational numbers can be inserted between two rational numbers, students are getting confused. Here, that's why just I have written it here, definition of rational number. Hard to say the students. It's not my intention to ask you the question because I know very well here the few math teachers they all know the definition of the rational number. But when we start to teach in the classroom about the rational number, just we start with the conventional definition what it is given in the book. Number is in the form of P upon Q, where Q naught is equals to 0 and P and Q are the integers. Before that, let me solve. So this things that we want to understand. This a line, a number line, and yes, the next before going ahead, just I am missing one question, and I know very well this. Most of the teachers they would be knowing about this fact. What is the reciprocal of zero? What is the reciprocal of zero? Please for this question. What is the reciprocal of zero? Reciprocal of
Not
zero,
divide.
please.
It is
I
not
know very well
defined.
Not
most of
defined.
Not defined.
Not defined.
can I have the
zero
reason,
only,
Not
sir.
please?
defined.
The reciprocal of
It's
zero
very
is zero
it's
only.
very can I have the reason, please?
Infinite
Why
is
we write
also.
on we don't accept as yes? Yes, come on.
Not
Rohit sir,
defined.
are you saying something?
Not defined, sir.
Not defined is okay. Not defined is fine. Can I have a reason from someone why we write the not defined? These are few facts which definitely in the learning environment will definitely will help the students, and yes, they will be ready to assess. Why this we say that is these are a few things we just understand. We don't inquire even.
Sir,
Please,
one is
okay.
sir,
Can I
sir,
have the answer, please?
sir. Yes, sir. Sir,
Yes,
can
ma'am.
I
Yes,
answer? Sir,
yes, ma'am.
one is divided into zero
Yes, ma'am.
part.
Yes, ma'am.
One is divided into zero part. So one is
Yes, ma'am.
divided into zero part. So that is you can say meaningless, or you can either say that is there will be infinite parts. 1/0 is actually one is divided into
Yes,
zero
ma'am.
parts. So that's why it is, you can say
Yes, ma'am.
meaningless or infinite,
Yes, ma'am.
whatever
Yes,
you
ma'am.
want to say.
Thank you, sir, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Seema, ma'am.
So one more thing we can do,
Just
if there is
I'm just
nothing to
answering
hide, then what we are
question.
going to hide? I mean, if
Any
there is
number
nothing
which
to
is
hide, then
multiplied
what?
by zero.
Okay,
Sir,
fine.
zero
Fine.
div
Sir,
Just I'm
sir,
talking
anything.
about the
any number which is multiplied by zero is equal to zero, and it is not equal to one. So that's why it is infinite. Yani it
thank you,
means
sir.
not defined.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Just I'm explaining which I got somewhere else from the NCERT book. Thank you for all you all are responding, and I hope you all would be enjoying with all these facts because these all are definitely it's not a mathematics. I can tell you this is definitely not a mathematics. These would be used in science. These things are a very common operations as we all do in our day-to-day life. Actually, this divide if we say it is a repeated subtraction, if do you all agree with me, repeated subtraction, I'm giving you a very good example. Suppose 8 is divided by 2, and as we got 4, as we get 4 as a quotient, so this 8 is subtracted 4 times by 2 and it is giving Answer is 4. The same thing, if 0 is subtracted from any number any times, we will not get the quotient. So that's why this is the reason I got from somewhere else, from NCRT book, definitely either from class 6 book or 7 book or 8th book. Whatever I'm talking about, this all I have collected from the NCRT book. Next is the definition of rational number. Just I'm not, again, I'm just telling you, it's not my intention to ask the question from you all. As we start teaching rational number to students, as we have started with the natural number, then we reached on the whole number, then the integers, and then we are reaching on the rational number. So it's better to teach the students the conventional definition of the rational number. It's very essential to just talk about the students, or it's better to say, to connect the students with the previous concepts, like all the natural numbers are the whole numbers, all the whole numbers are the integers, all the integers are all the rational numbers. So by this way, we can create the interest among the students, so that, like suppose we are teaching the students and they are having some problem to understand the definition of the rational number, and and that's why I have just here, it is written parts of rational number. When we define the rational number, somewhere it is in the ICSE syllabus. When it is defined in the language of mathematics, it is given in the small bracket p upon q. Q naught is equals to 0. P and Q are the integers. That's why just I have written here the types of this parts of the rational number. Parts of the rational number. When we define the rational number, it has 3 parts. And let me tell one thing for the teachers who they are not teaching the maths. This I am talking about here, that the mathematics which covers the range from class 6 to class 10th. This is the topic I have chosen. This all things we all are using in the classroom. The next, again, so this, why I have written here the parts of rational number, because whenever we define the rational number, as we talk about number in the form of p upon q, definitely we are talking about the fraction. So here the fraction front is open. We need to elaborate about the fraction. So that's why I have written here the types of fraction. May I know about the types of fraction? Types of fraction. See, this again, I am telling you repeatedly, I am telling you, it's not my intention to ask the question. These are the few words that we are using. This fraction word, you can say this is something being used in the mathematics, but I don't agree with this. If any respected teacher would have a counter, you can tell me this word fraction. And just I'm trying to just talk about the word, like word operation we are using in the mathematics. I normally talk with the students, the operation we using in day-to-day life. It is in fact, it is known for the medical term operation. But when it comes in the mathematics, is something different. Like we are seeing that operation on rational number, operation on natural numbers, operations on whole numbers. Is there any difference? If you think, and if you will go in just, if you will inquire beyond, you will have you will coincide with the concept. Yes, the operation, what it is the medical term, and the operation what we are doing in the mathematics, both they are having somewhere, they all are meeting, they all are intersecting in the term of mathematics. Like types of fraction, whenever we ask the students about the types of fraction, they are normally confused. They start saying proper fraction, they start saying improper fraction, they start saying mixed fraction, they start saying the like fractions. Let me speak, and if you have something, you may tell me the types of fraction. I always tell the students only there are 2 types of fraction which are in the use. They are proper and improper. The rest, they all are the sub parts of the fraction we are using, means they all are the conversion of the fraction, and this should be talked with the students. These are a few very normal things, very just minute things which normally we don't notice. Just we are going away with all these facts. So that's why just I have written like the polynomial. I am not going to ask the question, just I am telling you, like if just being a teacher as experience, whenever I teach the students, and whenever we tell the students about the polynomial, even in CRT, it is written the definition of the polynomial, which is not in the common language, and it's definitely not so easy to understand. And just I am telling you about the polynomial. How do I teach polynomial to the students? And here I have chosen this polynomial because being a math teacher also, who especially who they have joined recently, and they do the mistakes about this polynomial. This polynomial, in fact, this is algebraic expression, and yes, poly means many, and what the common people or the teachers who they don't teach the math, even few of the math teacher also, they think about the polynomial algebraic expressions having many terms, because poly means many. Let me tell you, respected teacher, see, this is polynomial as I explained to the students. This is the combination of constant and the variable, and we need to worry about the power of the variables. Again, here word variables coming. Variables, as it comes from vary word, to change. To change, we are using the alphabet, we are using some another symbol also. So whenever, because I don't feel the definition of these terms would be asked. So by this way, we can make ready to the students, like the definition of rectangle. Whenever it is being asked, uh, the normally students, they are getting confused how to define the rectangle. They start saying opposite sides are equal, opposite angles are equal. So just my intention to say you all about this, this, it's not important what it is given in the book. What's the important is, it's not also important how much we know. What is the important, how much we deliver, and how much we can imparting this all to the individual students. This is something very, very important. Like rectangle, just I would like to tell again. May I clear with the polynomial? May I clear with the polynomial? May I have some response? Just the polynomial, I am just telling to the students, just this is the combination of constant and the variable, and the degree of variables should be non-integers. Like I'm just telling about the whole numbers because they all are familiar with the whole numbers. May I clear? May I clear? May I have response, please?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. So again, about the rectangle, we teach the students about the parallelogram, and this rectangle is the type of parallelogram. We teach the students about the properties of the parallelogram. So rectangle is the part of parallelogram. It means what, no need to say then, because just I just have an apology from the teachers who they are not from the mathematics background. But yes, as I'm telling you, these all are the common terms, common things that we all are using in our day-to-day life, and this definitely would help you somewhere else. Like whenever we define the rectangle, whenever it is said that opposite sides are equal, opposite angles are equal, it means they don't know about the fact rectangle is a parallelogram. Once it's very thing, and let me speak you what is the beauty of the NCRT book, especially for the mathematics. The lot of information it is being given in the question, the lot of definitions it is being given in the question, and somewhere like I just chose this definition of rectangle from the NCRT book from class 9. It is given it as a parallelogram whose one angle is 90 degrees. Whenever we say that parallelogram, it means once we know about the property of parallelogram, it is embedded in it. So by this way, we can create the learning environment among the students. Here the representation of rational number on number line. Why I have written, because whenever we represent the rational number on number line, we need only two things. What are the types of fraction, whether they are proper or whether they are not proper. Let me inform the teachers who they are not from the math background. If you need to represent the rational number on number line, if it is a proper fraction, it always would be lying between 0 and 1. And yes, if it is improper, then first we need to convert into a mixed fraction. And yes, let me tell you one thing, this mixed fraction, it is a combination of whole and fraction. So these are few things that we start with this. So hopefully I have tried to give you something that definitely is not a boring maths, and it's not all about the maths. Now I'm just moving with the next slide. Uh, the next slide we have this here. This is assessment, creating learning environment. This we have already talked about. The next here, how we can explore the maths. This is something we have, this is again this Here, this young children explore patterns, shapes, compare size, and count things. But how often do they do that? And what does it mean for development when children were studied during free play? Six categories of mathematics content emerged. Here, a few things I have brought for the mathematics teacher, and yes, again, I'm telling you, this the non-math teacher also will have some interest. I tried to manage so that this would not be boring. Here, this is given what does it mean for development when children were studied during free play. Six categories of mathematics content emerged. The very first is classifying. One girl, Anna, took out all the plastic bugs from the container and sorted them by type of bug and then by color. This is means this student can classify this way. The next is exploring magnitude. A very, very good example it is given. The magnitude, uh, how it is explored the magnitude by the students. Here it is given describing and comparing the size of objects. When Brina brought a newspaper to the art table to cover it, uh, Amy remarked, this isn't big enough to cover the table." So hopefully, I'm trying to make you the sense here. This is something of talking about the magnitude means whether anything is fit for or not. Like students, they are covering the books and they are bringing the book cover. So by this way, a student can have some. Next is enumerating. And this is saying number words, counting, instantly recognized a number of objects, or reading or writing numbers. Here it is given three girls drew pictures of their families and discussed how many brothers and sisters they had and how old their siblings were. So by this way, students can familiar with the numbering. Next is investigating dynamics, putting things together, taking them apart, or exploring motions such as flipping. Several girls flattened a ball of clay into a disc, cut it, and made a pizza. Next is studying pattern and shape, identify or creating patterns or shapes, or exploring geometric properties. Jenny made a bead necklace, creating a yellow-red color pattern. The next is exploring spatial relations, describing or drawing a locations or direction. When Teresa put a dollhouse cows beside a window, Katie moved it to the center of the living room, seeing the cows should be in front of the TV. This is something it is talking about the how to explore the spatial relations. Uh, the next we have I have just how to explore in the mathematics through drama. I have created here. This slide is in front of you all. This is dramatic play can be naturally mathematical with the right setting. In one study, teachers and children put together a shop in the dramatic play area where the shopkeeper fills orders and asks the customers for money. $1 for each dinosaur toy. Uh, in one classroom, Anamika was the shopkeeper. Tamika handed over a five card, five dots, and the numeral as her order. Anamika counted out five toy dinosaurs. Teacher just entering the area. This is something I'm talking about the dramatic scene. Just I prepared it. How many did you buy? Teacher is asking from Tamika. Tamika is responding as it's five. Teacher just again asking, how do you know? Tamika, because Tamika was still working on her counting skills and trusted Anamika's counting more than her knowledge of five. The play allowed her to develop her knowledge. Then again, Jasmine, I'm getting a big number. She handed Anamika a two and a five card. Anamika, I don't have that many. Teacher, you could give jasmine two of one kind of five of another. As Anamika counted out the two separate piles and put them in a basket, Jasmine counted out dollars. She miscounted and gave her $6. Anamika, you need $7. This dramatic play setting with the teachers help work for children at different levels of mathematics. So these are some helping things. By this, we can prepare the students for the assessment. Uh, this probably is the last slide from my side. And this is, although this roles and responsibilities, uh, due to just I worked hard to just connect the mathematics with the school-based assessment. And yes, I don't know how am I able to convince you all, but in the features, somewhere it is being mentioned like about the stakeholders. So whenever we talk about the stakeholders, of course, students, teachers, parents, community parents, principal, they all are stakeholders. And whenever we talk about the roles and responsibilities, just here, I'm here just to mention with the roles of students. Yes, roles of teachers also, roles of management also, roles of parents also. So here few points that is being very important for the students. So that they can be assessed. It is essential that all students take responsibility for their learning as they progress through elementary and secondary school, mastering the skills and concepts connected with the learning in the mathematics. Curriculum requires a commitment to learning that includes continual and consistent personal reflection and goal setting, a belief that they are capable of succeeding in mathematics, developing skills in preserving when tasking on new challenges, connecting prior experiences, knowledge, skills, and habits of minds to new learning, willingness to work both collaboratively and independently, dedication to ongoing practice, and ability to receive and respond to meaningful feedback. Before ending the session, let me talk to with you all. Yes, as I talked about, there is all are equally important. All stakeholders are equally important. And yes, the role of teacher, I talked a lot to create a learning environment, to make ready the students for the assessment. And yes, equally, this is also important, the role of the parents. Unless parents are not serious, unless parents are not supportive, unless parents will have no role, then definitely our outcomes will not be so fruitful. This is something from my side. This is the last slide. And again, I'm thanking you all, and just how much uh, I tried to convince you all. And in the last, again, I'm thanking you here, the technical team, especially Anjani Pandey sir, here again the Rohit sir. They all helped me a lot while I was preparing with this presentation. I got nervous due to just with the lack of the technical skill. So thanking you again once again, and just I'm sending you the feedback. So dear teacher, if any queries, anything, just you can ask me. Just I have submitted my the presentation. This is from my side.
Thank you, sir. Very nice presentation. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Nice
Thank you,
presentation.
sir.
Very nice.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you very
Thank
much,
you all.
sir, for wonderful
Thank you,
information,
sir.
and
Thank you.
it was very
Thank you, sir,
informative
for this nice presentation.
how mathematics can be taught with the help of drama that we come to know.
Chaudhary sir, are you there, sir? Chaudhary sir, can I get the Chaudhary sir? AK Chaudhary sir. Yes, silence sir. Is there